Assalamualaikum and a very good day to all the guests, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 2019 Asia Rugby Under-19 Championship Division 2, brought to you by Asia Rugby, hosted by Malaysia Rugby. It's game 2, a winner takes all game, and let's give a round of applause to Team United Arab Emirates and Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Malaysia and the United Arab Emirates. Thank you. And here we go with today's match official, Miss Christabel Lim from Singapore, assisted by Mr. Jeffrey Mustafa of Malaysia and Mr. Sarujat Ghosh from India. It's United Arab Emirates versus Malaysia.
From Padang A, UPM.
Mark's here. Well, everywhere is gonna be bad. Everywhere is gonna be the same. Mark's on me. Okay, remember what I said? Stable till the set. Scrum half, stay behind me. Crouch. Point. Set.
Hi and welcome. We're live from Padang A UPM with the game between Malaysia and UAE for the Asian Rugby Championship Under 19 Division 2.
Back.
Game 2.
Keep getting back.
UAE with the ball forward.
No, lost now.
Getting closer to the try line. Ball off to Sean O'Gorman. Straight running from the hooker.
Use it.
The ball is kept with the forwards. Soft knock on there and a kick by Malaysia. Ball won back by Sean O'Gorman.
Lost now.
UAE getting 20 or 30 meters back from the mistake. And the first penalty of the game to Malaysia with a quick tap. And a not silly knock on there. Probably trying to rush things a bit. To those tuning in, this is the second match for Asia Rugby Championship Under 19 Division 2, where two teams are contesting to gain promotion to Division 1, with the first game between Malaysia and UAE on Sunday finishing with a draw. So the winner of today's game will take everything to play for. Knock on by UAE, advantage play, says the ref. A kick by Zulhelmi. Slide, and the first try of the game by Ahmad Zulhelmi Azizat, taking advantage of the knock on by the UAE player. A terrific start for Malaysia with only 3 minutes into the game. The weather is slight rain. There's a slight rain overcast today. The ground a bit slippery, and Zulhelmi took the advantage to just kick the ball to score the first try for Malaysia. Hafizi Sudin with the additional 2 points. Malaysia must be relishing the start. But it has everything to play for. UAE will step up from this kickoff. Short kick by Justin Brits. Ball with Shahir. Muhammad Shahir Zamri taking the ball 20 meters. Knock on by number 3, Nur Muhammad Ikram, trying to force the offload. Good call by the referee, Miss Christabel Lim from Singapore. First scrum of the day. Malaysia with some positional switch with Faiq Aslah, who started at 10 in the previous game, now switching to fullback. And new fly half Muhammad Arif Duharis into the fray, while UAE basically are starting with the same lineup, if I'm not mistaken. Ball out by Robert Sproul. Taken forward by Stuart Duncan. Long kick by Alistair Hash. Trying to gain possession, trying to gain territory. Picked by Arif. Referee calling back for advantage. Offside. Penalty to UAE. Malaysia can't afford to make these types of mistakes if they are going to win this game. Captain Hamish Anderson points to the post to take the 3-point attempt. Kick will be taken by fullback Alistair Hess. An impressive player with a big boot. We'll try to close the gap. Slipped. With the heavy rain that has just stopped, the ground is a bit slippery, balls are slippery. Players will need to be a bit careful with their footwork. Up and under by Alistair, straight into the try area. Forced down by Shahid Zamri. Sorry, it was Faik Aslah, the fullback, wearing the number 8 jumper. The winner of this game will be promoted to Division 1 next year. Ball carried forward by number 8, Morgan Bevan. Short pass there between the forwards. It's not yet tackled. Finally down. Missed pass to fullback Justin Brits. Another offside by Malaysia. Giving UAE another penalty. Some more options for them. Pointing to the post for their second kick attempt. With Justin Brits taking responsibility this time around. UAE, who are being coached by Peter Huey and Jacques Bernard, with Apollo Perolini managing the team. Successful kick by Justin Brits. Closing the gap to 4 points. Since it's a under 19 fixture, as we all know, it's gonna be 35 minutes. Plenty more time to go. Long kick by Alistair Hess, picked up by fullback Faik Aslah. Another kick and chase. Kicking battle between Faik and Justin Brits. Ball with Malaysia. Managed to maintain possession. Carried forward by prop Nur Alif Ikmal, the player who scored the try that enabled Malaysia to draw against UAE in the first game. Scrappy in the middle of the field. Referee says play on. Ball by outside centre. Offload to Alistair Hess. Knock on by Alistair Hess. Unlucky. Malaysian players must be questioning what was happening in the middle of the field. Whether it was actually a soft knock on, but referee says play on. A scrum to Malaysia in a dangerous territory. Ball in by Suhairi Effendi. Straight to Faik Aslah to kick the ball out. Ball not out. Ball knocked back by Alistair Hess, trying to step. Zulhelmi Azizat, the try scorer, offloading before getting out. Good carry by number 8 Morgan Bevan. Slow ball out by Robert Sproul. Good carry by the UAE player. Dummy by Sean O'Gorman. Is that a knock on? Malaysia managed to gain possession. Box kick by Suhairi Effendi. Forcing Alistair Hess to kick the ball back. Faik Aslah running with the ball. Managed to break one player. Kicking the ball for Adam Arif to chase. The UAE player is isolated. Is Malaysia going to be able to win back possession? Good kick by UAE to get out from their try area. However, they are still not safe. Malaysia with the line out in their 22. First line out of the day.
Okay. If they walk, they must pause. Okay.
Both teams had mixed days on Sunday with their line out, with some mistakes.
Then the tunnel. Yep, you set the tunnel. Good.
Both would probably have worked on their line out during the 2-day break.
Come right up.
Ashraf Zulkifli with his first throw. Malaysia with the full line out formation. Managed to be intercepted by UAE. Not the start that the forwards would have wanted. UAE with another good kick to get out of their 22. Malaysia need to make a decision quick to execute their line out better in order to win this ball. Going for a short man option this time around. Ball straight to the back. Clean catch by flanker Akram Abdul Halim. Big tackle there, but good pass by Akram Abdul Halim to prop Alif Ikmal. Ball with Akram. Passing it to Faik Aslah to carry the ball forward. A bit of a scuffle from the tackle. Kick by Hafizi Sudin. Being chased by UAE and also Malaysia. Try! Try by Malaysia. A brilliant chase by the Malaysian winger to force UAE to make the mistake. Getting Malaysia's second 5-pointer of the day. Ahmad Zulhilmi Azizat with the goods. His second personal try. The never give up attitude of the player, chasing the ball. Brilliant work rate, I must say. Hafizi Sudin, the captain, identifying the space behind the UAE defensive line. With a very good kick chase by the Malaysian players, forcing UAE to make the mistake. Shot. Unsuccessful conversion by fullback Faiz Aslah. Malaysia must be pumped up from the score, with the game almost into the 20-minute mark. Sorry. Short kickoff by Justin Brits. Ball with Akram. The flanker being driven back by the UAE forwards. Box kick by Suhairi Effendi. High. Good take by Morgan Bevan. Ball straight to Alistair with the low kick. Ball with Adam Arif. Today playing in the winger position. Good run by Alistair before offloading the ball to Robert Sproul. Kicking the ball back with only Faiz Aslah at the back. Is he still on the pitch? Still in play. Ball still with Malaysia, says referee. Clearance kick. Ball not out. Good pick up by Justin Brits. Good hands, but Alistair kicking the ball into the corner. Adam Arif kicking the ball out with no other viable options. Probably hesitating on what he wanted to do. Good interplay by UAE to get into a very good position with the line out near the Malaysian 22-meter line. Malaysia will look to steal this ball. Throw in by Sean O'Gorman into the middle. Clean catch. UAE with the maul. Unsuccessful ball out to the backs with number 13. Offloading to Alistair Hess. Ball out to 11. Offload. Try! Good leg drive by number 24, Baptiste Reculat, to score UAE's first try of the day. Brilliant offload by George Boone. Some good attacking phases by UAE, ending with an offload by winger Josh Boone to his wing partner Baptiste Roquelat to score in the left corner. Conversion attempt by Justin Brits, away to the right. Score Malaysia 12, UAE 8.
Successful conversion in this score. Malaysia 12, Adel Aramis 8.
The game has been an equal fight, with Malaysia scoring 2 tries and UAE scoring a try and a penalty. Hafizi Sudin with the kickoff. Long low kickoff. Ball with the try scorer Baptiste Roquelat, giving the ball to Justin Brits with the clearance. Ball with scrum half. Kicking the ball. Malaysia short-handed on the right side. A punt attempt by Robert Sproul, the scrum half. Ball managed to be won by Malaysia again. However, the ball was squeezed out from the ruck. Referee signalling a penalty to Malaysia. Unlucky UAE. The referee penalizing them for playing the ball in the ruck.
Seven, I can't reward you because your player was still in the way. Yeah?
Hafizi Sudin pointing to the post. Malaysia with their first 3-point attempt for the day, being taken by the captain himself, number 13 Muhammad Hafizi Sudin.
It's not a water break.
Hafizi Sudin, right footer, 30 meters on the angle, low kick, easy.
Successful pass here by Malaysia, number 13, Muhammad Hafizi Sudin. This is the current score. Malaysia 15, United Arab Emirates 8.
A very relaxed run up to the kick, giving Malaysia an additional 3 points to lead UAE 15-8.
Timing.
Long kick off by Justin Brits. Ball with Shahid Zamri being tackled. Good chase by the UAE player.
Last week.
Box kick by Suhairi Effendi. Clean catch. Morgan Bevan to Alistair. Alistair running the ball. Ball with Robert Sproul. The cheeky halfback. Pick and go to the right. UAE maintaining possession.
Don't push each other. Yep. Stay.
Box kick by Robert Sproul, being chased by 3 UAE players. Soft knock on by Faiz Asla. Knock back, says referee.
Okay, yeah, you got the ball. Use it.
Good counter up. UAE gaining possession. Short ball to Morgan Bevan.
Off your feet now, Trey. Last hit. Leave it.
Ball to the left. Short ball with Hamish Anderson, the impressive player and also captain of the UAE under 19.
Get back.
Ball carried forward by Sean O'Gorman, tackled by 3 Malaysian players. Out to the backs. Number 12 juggling the ball. Knock on by UAE.
Got advantage. Last hit.
Malaysia playing the advantage.
It's over.
High box kick by Hafizi Sudin. Surely no advantage, but referee says play on. Good grabber by Alistair Hess to get back into Malaysia's 22-meter.
Advantage. Yeah.
Malaysia kicking the ball from the penalty advantage. Sorry, it was a knock on from a scrum advantage.
Yeah. You walk in, you gotta stop, okay?
Now with the line out.
Come on, get out. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah. He's alright, right? Okay. Sure.
Short ball to the front. Hooker Arif Zainuddin tackled out
For your safety, yes, I didn't see you there. Right.
by number 5, Jared Eglin. Malaysia going with the front option.
Let's go. Bounce here. On me. Yeah? Keep the tunnel. You keep the tunnel. Time.
Number 8, Muhammad
Turn, guys. No need to
Shahid
panic,
Zamri
yeah? It's okay?
getting apologies. Number 3, Nur Muhammad Ikram Afizal getting some attention by the medic. UAE. Silly
Take your
mistake
team out.
by
Take your team out
Malaysia.
there. Come here. 5. Captain.
Tackling the player in the air.
Set. Your scrum cap, guys.
Forcing the
Bring here as
referee.
well. Bring scrum cap down. Yeah. No. Don't say sorry. You're taking them in the air. It's dangerous. And you intended to do so. It's a yellow for you. No. 13, I'm not done.
To send him to the sin bin.
And you don't point your finger at them. Okay? You keep him under control. Alright? 4. Got it? More chicken.
Lock.
Okay, discipline now.
Muhammad Hakim Ramli sent out for a 10-minute breather for tackling the player in the air. Apologies. 5 minutes. 5 minutes in the bin.
Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. They got 7. You got to match 7. You got to go in the back line. You got to match 7. Okay?
UAE deciding to take the scrum.
Yeah, stand one.
Malaysia with only 7 forwards.
Now you got the ball. 7. Come on. 7. Work out the numbers.
Shahid
Work out the
Zamri,
numbers.
the number
Yeah,
8, will
yeah,
need
you
to
have an
go
advantage, okay?
into the second row.
Crouch.
Flanker Hamish Anderson
Set. Hold.
sitting in between the centers. Ball out to Sebastian Snas. Hamish Anderson with the ball carry. The strong player. Very impressive, I must say.
Backwards.
Morgan Bevan. A bit untidy there by the UAE. Morgan Bevan with another ball carry. Ball
Yeah, lost now.
split out of the ruck, but UAE has managed to maintain possession. Ball with Sean O'Gorman stepping in. Malaysian players waiting for him. Two-man tackle there by Malaysia.
Trey, watch. Yeah, advantage.
Ball with Sebastian Snash running sideways. Giving the ball to Lock. Number 5, Jared Eglin.
No advantage.
Referee calling back for an earlier infringement,
No, I appreciate the hit, but you are from the side. Okay? So no.
penalizing Malaysia for coming from the side.
Wait on it. Captain,
Some
Captain.
very big tackles out there with both sides
Yeah, boys are
not
choking
giving
over.
an inch.
Let me make the decisions. Alright? Yeah, yeah. Now, if you see the ball, you play the ball, you get it. Yeah. You
We
get
are
it.
5
Yeah.
minutes away from
Hands
halftime,
not really on it. Okay? Now,
with Malaysia leading UAE by 7 points.
okay? Now, captain only. Hey. Captain? Captain?
UAE with a penalty attempt straight in front of the post.
So show me you can control that. Alright? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Let me take charge of it. Both sides. Okay? Get it?
Malaysia probably going to finish the half with 14 men. They would probably be glad to go into halftime with the lead, considering the yellow card shown to Lock Muhammad Hakim Ramli. Justin Brits. High kick. Successful.
Malaysia 15, UAE 11.
Malaysia will need to step up to finish the half strongly.
Yeah,
Both
get
teams
it out.
not managing to get good kickoffs so far, with the greasy ground making it harder for the ball to bounce. Long kick by Hafizi Sudin, picked up by Baptiste. High kick by Justin Brits, not out. Clean catch by Adam Arif, probably wants to run with the ball. Tackled down by the UAE
Get out of the way.
players.
Yeah, and you lost it.
Good ruck clearance there.
Yeah, 3, no, get up. Yeah, lost now.
Ball's kick by scrum half. Only just knock on there by UAE. Trying to slide to get the ball. No advantage.
Advantage. Knock on.
Knock on, says referee. Good kick chase by Malaysia.
Scrum. Blue ball.
Malaysia must look to take every
Marks here,
opportunity presented to them.
Come over.
The team with the least mistakes will probably be the winner at the end of the match.
Yeah, both sides push straight, alright? Seconds, let's go. Yeah, I'm right here watching. Alright? Yeah. Crouch.
Muhammad Amir Ibrahim sitting flat beside fly half Arif Duharis.
Problems with this now. You both had no problems with this. Get the bind. Seconds, let's go.
Malaysia with an unforced error at the scrum, giving a free kick to the UAE.
Yeah, but and it's half time. Yeah,
Such a waste. Justin Briggs kicking the ball out for half time.
Nah, don't give me that.
Malaysia 15, UAE 11.
When the score Malaysia 15, United Arab Emirates 11.
Justin Brits. Away to the right. Hafizi Sudin, right footer. A
Kill time. No.
hi and welcome. We're back live
Yes.
from Padang A, UPM, Malaysia, with the
We just wait for
Asia Rugby Championship Under 19 fixture. The deciding game between Malaysia and the United Arab Emirates. First half finishing with Malaysia 15, UAE 11. With the winner of this game taking it all, with promotion to Division 1 on offer. Playing the likes of the Philippines and Thailand. Ref blows her whistle for the second half. Switch kickoff. Hafizi Sudin to the right. Clean catch by UAE. Decides to run with the ball. Milo Bly, opposite flanker. Low box kick by Robert Sproul. Slide in by Faik Aslah.
Lost now. Lost now.
Ball carried forward by Lok
Oh! Oh, you got
Ali
to
Islan.
roll first.
Only just managing to break the half line. Suhairi Effendi with a kick, contestable. Knock back, play on, says referee.
One take over.
Sebastian Snas, numbers on the right. Carried forward by Jared Eglin. Kick back by Robert Sproul with no one at the back. Being chased by a few Malaysian players.
Must be.
Managing to get advantage. Ball kicked back by Faik Aslah. Fraser Hess running and kicking the ball into space. Zulhilmi Azizat with the try saver, a little bit isolated.
Yeah.
Malaysia will need to get back as quickly as possible. Clearance kick. Close escape by Malaysia. Only just managing to secure that ruck.
Yeah.
Zulhilmi Azizat. The winger with the 2 tries in the first half.
Off. The man down. Keep the mark for me.
Still down with an injury, being attended by the Malaysian medic.
What do you have? Just a contusion? Okay. So is be ready to go? Okay.
Probably just a strain or knock.
Sign back on.
The ground is a bit slippery with the rain before the start of the game. A bit crook throw there by Sean O'Gorman,
Outside your shoulder.
giving the ball back to Malaysia.
Sinbin back. Sinbin is back. 8 on 8. Marks here. Marks on me.
Lock
8 on 8. Yep.
Muhammad Hakim Ramli back on the field after being yellow carded in the first half.
Okay. Simple.
Malaysia back to its full complement. Ball in and out. Hafizi Sudin deciding to kick the ball. Soft knock on there by Baptiste. But assistant referee, yes, being called. Holding the ball. Referee Christabel Lim rewarding Malaysia with a penalty on the half line. Captain Hafizi Sudin deciding to kick the ball out for a line out to Malaysia. Fairly good kick, bringing Malaysia 30 meters forward. Malaysia must take this opportunity to win the ball back from the line out.
You got the numbers, guys? Okay, good.
With some mixed lineouts in the first half. Ball back to Akram. Tap back, ball with Malaysia. Ali Islan carrying the ball forward.
Roll 7.
Being tackled by his opposite number. Ball out, Hakim Ramli to fly half. Scrappy pass. Only just managed to be picked up by Hafizi Sudin, but referee calls for forward pass.
Subs.
Probably just trying to by Baptiste to increase the pace of the game, but
pass only just
an error there by Captain Hafizi Sudin. But with the basketball pass.
Subs complete. Alright, let's go. Front. Fine.
Scrum to UAE. Referee calls for penalty,
Number 2.
penalizing Malaysia for
Alright. You okay?
pushing up
Alright?
in the scrum.
Okay, good. Box here.
Brilliant kick by UAE to get
You on the line.
on the 22-meter line. Sean O'Gorman will look to rectify his pass mistake. Good throw to the front. Ball out with Alistair Hess kicking the ball back.
Offside.
Zul Helmi with the easy catch. But referee calls. Yep, referee calls for a 22-meter dropout.
Yeah.
Such a weird whistling,
Off the line out.
as if it was a penalty advantage.
It's
Apologies.
Air call. Your line is up too fast. Okay? Hold, then go up. Okay? What's that?
Referee discussing with the players.
Yeah, just hold. And down. Time. Fall down, please.
Stopping time.
Fall down.
For an injury.
Alright?
Well, apologies. It does look like a penalty to UAE, actually. Not sure of the infringement.
It's just from the scrum or what? Because there wasn't anything here. Yeah? Can we go? Is he okay?
Only 4 points separating both
Yeah,
teams.
let's go. Let's go. Turn back on. Shot.
Penalty attempt by the United Arab Emirates. Alistair has with the boots. Unsuccessful. Uncharacteristic miss by Alistair Hess from a relatively easy kick. Score remains Malaysia 15, UAE 11.
Okay, okay. Step one. Yeah.
Hafizi Sudin probably looking to get the ball far. Low kick here, being picked up by Robert Sproul before offloading to Morgan Bevan. Malaysia will have to look to keep their discipline intact.
Yeah, roll away.
A few offsides being called by the referee previously.
But it's fine. Timing is good.
Big tackle there by the UAE player.
Leave him.
Probably borderline tackle on the air, but play on. High kick by scrum half.
Yeah, you got the ball.
Ball won by the UAE. Being kicked back again by number 22, Marcus Digby Jones. Faik Aslah securing the ball. Ball out.
Outside. Knocked on. Knocked it off.
Knock on, says referee. Close escape by Malaysia right on their try line. A few substitutions by the UAE
Yeah, 1 and 3 is off.
forwards.
Right?
Jacques Holmes being brought out together with Cole McNeely, replacement
Marks on the line.
Joao Chavez and Alexander Job.
Keep the gap and drive straight. Alright?
We are at the 45-minute mark.
Crouch. Fine. Too much of this.
Some silly free kicks given away by Malaysia at the scrum previously. They will look to consolidate this scrum and ensure
Crouch.
ball
Fine.
is won.
Set. Oh.
Ball out from the scrum with replacement scrum half Digby Jones.
No hands. Yep. Last week.
Pick and go to the right side.
Get back. Last week. Good.
Ball out with hooker Sean O'Gorman being tackled and driven back by Malaysia. Good defense. Another hard running
No. Lost now. Lost.
by the UAE.
Back.
Referee calling Malaysia to be onside. Sebastian Snash with the line break.
No hands. Stop.
Ball pass to the right. Scrappy. Look. Jared Eglen tackled to the ground.
Still playing advantage.
Another big tackle there by Shahid Zamri.
Still playing advantage. Get back.
UAE slowing the ball down.
Advantage still on. Get back.
Ball out. Hamish Anderson. Ball out to Sebastian Snash. Line break. But knocking the ball in the process.
Advantage was over.
Very unlucky there. Good attacking phases by the UAE. Only culminating with a knock-on.
Yeah. Both sets.
They must be gutted. What a big opportunity that was. Malaysia will look to settle down.
Just a couple. Playing advantage for a high tackle there. So keep it low. Tell you guys to keep it low. Okay? Red 4. White 5.
Malaysia making some substitutions.
Just hold. Yeah.
UAE
4.
also bringing in William Semonite, replacing Harry Devereux. Malaysia bringing in prop Muhammad Danish Nur Hamidi, replacing Nur Muhammad Ikram Afizal at loose head prop.
Crouch. Fine.
Danish will need to secure this scrum.
Stay bound.
Good ball. Ball kick back by Faik Aslah. Good kick. Quick throw by the UAE. Malaysia looking to spoil things.
Now you lost now.
Ball brought out from the ruck by UAE. Only to be kicked out. Kick back by Alistair Hess. UAE taking the risk with the quick throw.
Maxia.
Looks to pay dividends.
Yeah, just hold IFL medic in.
Managing to get back into Malaysia's 22.
White. Is that 6 white?
Putting pressure
I can't
to the Malaysia side.
Is there a stop? Sorry?
Very important for Malaysia to win this line out.
Sorry, is there a stop? Okay, no stop. Yeah, turn back on. Yeah, let's go.
Play on.
Stay.
Throw at the back. Good clean catch.
Yeah, hold. Stop. Malaysia 4. 4.
Some more substitutions by Malaysia taking off. Ali Izlan Alimi.
Okay, complete. Yep, okay. Let's go.
Ball at the back. Being called not straight.
Option?
Probably some miscommunication by the UAE forward pack. Giving Malaysia
Okay, remember. Thank you.
the ball.
Crouch. Fine.
Huge scrum.
Stay. Keep on your feet.
Ball hooked back by Ara Zulkifli. Being carried forward by Shahid Zamri.
No hands now.
UAE players will need to roll away.
7, you're off your feet now.
Ball with Danish. Dummy. Tackled by 3 players. Penalty to UAE. Jared Eglin with the pilfer.
Set, shot. 17 now. 17 minutes gone. 17 gone.
Alistair has again with the kick. Fly half Justin Blitz being substituted. Kicking duties to Alistair. 3 points. Closing the gap to just 1 point separating Malaysia and UAE. Baik Aslah with the kickoff. Long and high. Good catch by Robert Sproul with a soft chip. Winning a penalty on the way.
What number is that?
Referee penalizing Malaysia for an apparently late hit.
26. Captain? No.
Malaysia cannot afford another yellow card with the game on the line. Assistant referee Nur Jeffrey having a word with Christabel Lim.
6. Okay. And no arms in the tackle, so recommend yellow. Thank you. That's a late charge. No arms in the tackle. Yep. It's dangerous.
Christabel Lim
No. No. You know,
handing out the yellow card
saw the kick.
to prop
You gotta manage those.
Nor Alif Iqmal.
Okay? Speak to your guys.
His second yellow card of the tournament. Alif Iqmal, we need
Oh, sorry.
to check his discipline. UAE with the line out. Sean O'Gorman with the long ball. Malaysia managing to get their hands on the ball. Shah Izwan being tackled behind the gain line.
What's your timing, 8? Get back, 8.
Touchdown. Offside, says referee.
Lead the ball.
Referee
lead the ball.
penalizing Morgan Bevan, the number 8 of the UAE.
The previous ruck as well. Get back on side.
Good opportunity for Malaysia to get into an attacking territory. Good kick by Captain Hafizi Sudin.
Let's go. In the line out. Stay in the line out. Yeah.
Ball to the back, being tapped by UAE. Ball with Hamish Anderson, managing to stay on his feet, gaining a few more meters.
Ball. Back row.
Knock on by Alistair Hess. Knock back. Kick back by Adam Arif getting the ball. Passing it to 22. Good tackle by Morgan Bevan. Bringing down winger Shafakrul Elmi Zulhasmi. Ball with Danish. Again being tackled.
You're pulling his hair? No.
Referee stopping play.
So that's the penalty.
Infringement by the UAE.
Captain? Captain? Not sure. Captain? Yeah. No off the ball stuff. Alright? Appreciate it going
Referee
up.
having a word with Hamish Anderson,
Like that. Alright?
captain.
Thank you. He got you. Come back. What do you
High tackle.
Time? Are you alright? What do you want? Shot. Time back
Malaysia
on.
with a slim lead. Just 1 point.
You have 1 minute.
Sorry. Just 1 point separating the UAE and Malaysia. Every second counts.
12. 10. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Mark it. Yeah, yeah. Okay, you got 1 minute. Yeah? Let's go.
Referee reminding Hafizi Sudin he has 1 minute to take the kick. Can't emphasize how important is it for him to get the kick over.
Second.
Surely he has the leg. Only accuracy. Long kick, swinging in, hitting the crossbar. Faiz Asla with the chase. Very weird reaction, I'd say. Everyone would have wished for the ball. Everyone would have expected the ball to go over, only to hit the crossbar. And Malaysia managing to get the ball back, only to knock it on. Awarding UAE with a scrum. India 22 meter. Boys and girls, that is why it's very important to chase your kicks. As the saying goes, anything can happen. We've seen in other leagues around the world where a missed kick can turn into a try. UAE will look to exit. Ball not in.
Same tunnel. Yeah. Come. One step. One step. Yeah, yeah. Same tunnel.
Referee asking for re-scrum.
Hey, hey, hey. Come on. Get up. Get up. Let's go. Let's go. Now you're wasting your own time. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Ball in by Digby Jones. Straight out to Alistair Hess with the low kick. Ball still on the field. Ball with Adam Arif kicking the ball. Long to the back. Clean catch by Jared Eglin to pass the ball to Alistair. Knock on there. Malaysia with the advantage. Trying to force the offload.
Knock on.
No advantage, say referee. awarding a scrum to Malaysia. 8 minutes to play.
Time off.
Everything to play for.
Square up, boys. Crouch. Spine. Set. Oh.
Ball in. Taken forward by Hafizi, the captain. Knock on. Advantage play. UAE with the ball.
Advantage for knock on. No hands now, no hands.
Ball pass back to Alistair Hess with the low kick. Advantage over, says referee. Zulhilmi running with the ball forward.
No, your hands are not on it anymore.
Malaysia will need to control territory and possession. Faik Aslah gaining some good meters for Malaysia. A short snipe by Suhairi Effendi. Akram
Keep it, boys.
giving the ball to Muhammad Hakim Ramli, going sideways. Malaysia slowing the ball down, looking to pick and go to the left.
Yeah, keep your hands behind. Good.
Another pick and go.
Yeah, last feet, hands up. Hands up, yep.
Malaysia still playing with 14 men.
Now you're pulling him. Alright? Shut up and play. 22. Don't do that.
Ball still with Malaysia.
No hands now, no hands, please. No hands. It's your own player, it's your own player.
Pick and go to the left. Still maintaining possession. Gaining meters by meters. Gaining meter by meter. They will need to avoid making a mistake here.
Hands up. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, drive, no hands. Yeah. Now eight, you off your feet now, eight.
Referee asking the tackler to roll away.
No, leave it. You gotta clean him up now. You gotta clean him up.
The key must be patience for Malaysia.
Yeah, last feet, eight. Last feet. Give me last feet. Okay.
Malaysia going for more than 10 phases. Referee giving a penalty to the UAE. What a waste. UAE must be patting their backs with a tremendous defensive effort.
Yeah, you're pulling them down. I heard what you're saying. You're pulling them down. Yeah, and you can understand one. Yeah, yeah. I got it.
Prop Nur Alif Ikmal back into the fray. He and his teammates will need to finish the game strong. UAE also bringing some fresh faces.
Come back on.
Hooker Sean O'Gorman being brought out for a blood bin. UAE's replacement hooker Jean Bourbon
Okay, stop complete. Yeah.
with his first throw. I'm sorry, Alexander Job with the throw. Throwing to the front. Good catch by UAE. Digby Jones with the up and under. Good catch by winger Shafakur Elmi to kick the ball back to the UAE. Robert Sproul gaining some good meters. Hamish Anderson managing to win the ball back.
Play your ball.
The key must be possession. Digby Jones, another kick to the back. Adam Arif with the catch, kicking the ball back to get Malaysia out of dangerous territory. Again, Faiz calling for the mark.
Yeah, you are not 10 as well. So bring the ball back. Not 10 as well.
What is the call?
He's not 10 as well, okay? So get back now. Yeah, get back 10.
Faiz Asla trying to take the quick tap. Probably noticing that the UAE player is not back 10.
He must take the hit, yeah?
What will be the referee's call?
Yeah, yeah, 10 go. No, it's mark. It's mark. Hey, you alright? 3 minutes left.
Faiz down with a cramp. Game will be finished anytime soon. However, the game is not over. Any small mistake will cost Malaysia dearly with promotion on the line. Replacement hooker
Don't have to shout at me like that.
Kausa Zainuddin being brought in to finish the remaining of the game.
Okay, yeah.
Faiz only needs to kick the ball out.
Come back on.
UAE with the ever important line out. They must win back the ball. They had a good line out previously. Same goes with this one. Managing to tap the ball. Ball out from the ruck. Good tackle. Defensive line of Malaysia. Faiz Asla with the tackle. Malaysia must not concede a penalty. Ball out to Morgan Bevan. Now being tackled by Hakim Ramli. Numbers on the right. Short ball. Digby Jones. Passing to John Boboin. Ball out. Hamish Anderson. Big tackle by Malaysia. Ball with Sebastian Snas. Still with UAE. Alexander Job bringing the ball forward. Ball with Alistair Hess running the ball. Being tackled by Shah Izwan. Getting back up to his feet. Malaysia players are starting to cramp up. They will need to dig deep. Ball out to Alistair Hess. Short ball. Dummy. Kicking the ball. Malaysia will need to take possession. Knock on, says referee. A few Malaysian players on their feet.
Time. Time is off. 30 seconds. Time is off. Time is off. Time is off. You can't move. You got down to your feet. Time is off.
A very, very exciting ending to the game. UAE doubling up their efforts.
That's all. That's all. Stop complete.
Malaysia will need to continue play.
Hands on.
Despite the injuries, good tackle by Danish.
Get back.
Ball still with UAE. Knock on. Ball with Hakim Ramli. However, referee calls for an earlier knock on. I would say this scrum would be the last play. Game's not over. UAE will give their all in the last scrum.
Should have stop, yeah?
Malaysia will need to scrum their hearts out. With only this scrum separating them with a promotion to Division 1 next year. Ball out. Not out. Ball with UAE. Just unbelievable. The ball wasn't out. Ball still with Alistair Hess. Passing the ball to center. Robert Sproul with the ball. Passing to the right. And a knock on. What an ending. UAE almost making an upset at the end. However, Malaysia managed to finish the game with a win, 15-14. Congratulations, Malaysia. Division 2 champions of Asia. I'm Shazwan for Rugby Online Naruto TV. See you in the next game. ending. UAE almost making an upset at the end. However, Malaysia managed to finish the game